Good morning, my good friends. It is time for meditation instruction for your third day. Maybe some of you can catch your breathing and some cannot. Your mind still roaming around, your mind still going away. But don't stop to take more effort to control it, to find your own way. From my technique that I share with you, and then you find your own techniques also, how to control your mind. Control your mind, that means you control your thoughts, your thinking. You don't think other things, you just think only one thing, that's only about breathing. Now concentrate on breathing, only one. Can you catch now? Not yet. Yeah. You try to, you have to, sometimes you have to, to manipulate your breath. Manipulate your breath. Sometimes you make it long, sometimes you make it short, sometimes you make it fast, sometimes you make it slow. And then you try to control, to catch your breath, your mind. You see, you have to find technique, and then you know. And when you can catch, and then your mind will stay with you, and you will feel really comfortable. You feel light, you feel good. You know, when your mind is going around, it's very tired. All of your life, you know that, because you work so many stories, and that's useless. You don't do anything. You're just working about your thinking only. You see that? So you have to talk to yourself. Stop thinking about the other things. You think only one thing about your breathing. You talk and then you observe. When your mind calm and your mind stay with you, and then you will, after that, your mind will be with you, and your mind will know that this very good, and then your mind will not go away like the wild animal. That's almost the wild animal. When you take the wild animal to your home, the wild animal try to go back to the jungle. You see that? But after you taming, and then that wild animal really happy to be with you. At the beginning, maybe you have to use the rope to pull, or sometimes you have to take the rope at the nose like this here to pull that wild animal. But when that wild animal know that stay here is safe and peaceful, not like in the jungle, and whatever, that wild animal will not go to the jungle anymore. No need to use the rope. That wild animal, you can let it free, and that wild animal will not go anywhere. That means your mind is going like that. Yes?
Can I use the technique to count while breathing?
Yeah.
Or it's better to get...
Yeah. There are many techniques. There's some they use mantra. You know mantra? Mantra, that means you just say some words. That's the other way to control your mind. And that word supposed to be a very good meaning. Like you say putto. Putto, that means the awakened one. Putto. You know, when you're breathing in, you say put. When you're breathing out, putto. Or if you don't have any words, you can think about mommy, father. You can go any way that you want to control your mind. Or if you are Muslim, you can say that Allah. You see, any word. That's only the name that you want to control your mind. You see that?
No. I ask you if can I use the technique like counting?
No problem.
No.
No problem. But if you want to use, you can use it.
Okay.
Because maybe easier. Because you catch only the breathing, maybe not so easy. But when you can catch the breathing, that's the best way of anapanasati. Because ana, that means breathing out. Pana, breathing in. You just catch it. When you catch it, it's so simple. But at the beginning, maybe it's very hard. Easy for counting, easy for mantra, you see. And some other technique, they use like crystal like here. That's the other technique. They use the crystal, they put the crystal outside, and you just watch that crystal, and you try to bring this image. You try to bring this crystal back to your mind, and then you create the crystal from your mind, from your watching outside, from outside bring to your mind. It's crystal, yeah. Can you see crystal? The glass. Can you see it now? Not only the words, you can see the real thing in front of you. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Regarding the catching the breath counting. Maybe I understood it wrong, and I'm having a really hard time to do it this way. I try to follow the air stream with my awareness through the nose, through the air tube, to my throat, to my lungs, to the diaphragm, to the navel, while breathing in.
Yeah.
While breathing all the way, and I try to feel some kind of sensory.
Yes.
At this point.
That's good.
But I can only get until my chest.
Oh, you cannot go down.
And I don't feel, I can't feel anything inside my body between my chest and my navel.
It's okay. If you can, you set the point, 2 points. If you set the points at your chest here, and the points at your tip of the nose here, you just going up and down. No problem. Can you make that? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Right. Both. Okay, yeah. That can solve the problem. Because the goal is not the 2 points. Not the 2 points from here down to navel. Not that very strict. Anywhere that you can control. You see that.
And I feel myself doing some kind of muscular work. Some kind of muscular contraction to get some kind of feedback inside my body. And then I feel myself really working.
Oh, against you. Your muscle against you.
My muscle?
Against you.
Against me.
Yeah. Okay. You observe it, and then you will see it. You let it go. You don't force too much. If you force too much, and then that your mind will fight you. You see that? When you force too much and you feel very tension or very stressed, and then you have to relax and release, and then let it go like back to nature. You see, that's why I mentioned about you make it naturally. Understand naturally? Yeah. Okay. Now, before I am going to talk about, today I'm going to talk about mind. Especially you have to know mind. Before you go into that, I would like to review about the 5 techniques. That's how to control your mind. And then I will shift to the mind, that you have to know about mind. 5 techniques. Number 1 that I have mentioned to you already, about following the breath or hunting, the same thing. You have done that. Following and hunting. And the second technique that we call guarding the breath at the certain point. You guarding the breath. That means you have to set the point when you're breathing in, and then which part that your breath touch your nose. You see that? So you're guarding the breath at the certain point that you feel it when you're breathing in and breathing out. Now, number one, following the breath. Number two, guarding the breath at a certain point. Can you get that? Yes, I compare with taking care of the baby in the cradle. You remember? At the beginning, your baby is still awake, so you have to following both sides, left and right. You see, you have to go like this when you swing the cradle. But when your baby is asleep, and then you no need to go to following. You just watching at the certain point that your baby is asleep, but you have to watch. But when she awake, you have to do something, because if you don't do it, then your baby will climb up and fall down from the cradle. You see that? You know that? You know the cradle? The cradle of the baby. Daniel? You know that? Okay. And then the third technique, that's giving rise to an imaginary. Giving rise to an imaginary image at the guarding point. At the guarding point, you have to make the image from your imagining. That's from where? From your mind. Your mind will create the image. That's the other way that they take the image from outside, but here from inside, from your mind. See that? But when you have the certain point that you watch, and then you create at that point. Okay? We're clear?
Is it the image, is it connected with the breathing? The image is connected with...
connect with the certain point that the breath touch, you know. You have to create at that point. Don't create at the other point. Only one point. One pointed. Okay? And then that's when you create from your mind. The image will come so many shapes, many colors of the image. Yes.
I don't understand really. I have to create. I have to imagine pictures and image in my mind.
From the mind.
For example, a flower or what do you mean?
Flowers, stars, or anything.
Okay.
You just think from your mind, and that thing will come. You think many things, but it will come. Not all. Yes.
It's about the nimitta, the image we're talking.
Yeah, right. That's nimitta.
To me, it's kind of unclear to what degree you are supposed to make that up, or to what degree you are supposed to wait until it spontaneously appears.
Oh, you wait.
Right.
Yeah, you wait until it appears.
We use the word to create. It's like we have to build up. We must think like, it should be like this.
Oh no. You wait until it appears.
It comes.
It come to your mind. Come to your mind, and then each person will have different images. From your practice, you don't ask too many questions. When you practice, that images will give rise from that. Okay? But now that you are most important, you have to catch the breath first. If you cannot catch the breath, then the next step you cannot go. The first step. And then this just I tell the theory only. And then when you practice, you will see by yourself. The fourth one is when you have that my object that you create, and then the first one you have to manipulate that object, because there are many objects that arise, giving rise from your mind. And then those images in any ways that we want. You want also, you want the images. You want to have image, but the image that you said, you have to waiting that image will come by your practice, not from your thinking. You cannot think that you want to see the rose, you want to see the lotus. No. It's coming from your practice.
Can we expect that to happen this week?
Some.
Do you think some people will?
Some, yes, some. Some can have, but some will not have it. You have yesterday. You see?
What was it? Color.
Color?
Color.
Yeah, some can have. If you can catch, you see. When you can catch, yeah.
Whereas before, it's also like what I would like to ask you is pain management.
Pardon?
Pain management. Painful feeling.
Oh, painful, huh?
Yeah. That personally for me, they help to concentrate.
That's your mind fighting with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, you manipulate. This means you can play with it. How you have to play with your with that image. There are many images you play. You play with the shape. You play with the color that you see. You can play. That means you want to influence on that image. That means you want to control it. That's we call what? In order to gain power over them, to gain the power over all images, that means you can control it. That means your mind have more power.
And they can come one after one.
Yeah.
Just like.
Yeah, right.
Like emotion.
Yeah, and then you have to control. That means if you can control, that means you have more power. That's the way that you can control your mind. We have problem because we cannot control the mind.
Can we activate pain and deactivate pain?
Activate? Yes, you can make. And then the last technique, when you have that images, so many images, you select one, the best one that you like. Only one. And then you concentrate on it, contemplate on it, on that one. Because that's the selected one. There are so many images, then you choose only one. Maybe with only a small star, you like it.
That is a different one for every session?
Pardon?
It's different image for every meditation, right?
No, when you choose, you have only one then.
For every meditation?
Yes, because you choose one. And then when you want to do meditation, that one will come because you choose. That's the selected one. And after you selected one of those images and contemplating it in the most concentrated way until the breath becomes truly calm. That's the real goal is to calm your mind. The breath truly calm. When the breath calm, and then your mind calm also. The breath calm first, truly calm, and then you feel very peaceful. Peaceful, yes.
I feel warm.
Well, warm, very comfortable at the time.
And it's like bringing back to the mother.
Yeah, to come back to your home.
Yeah.
See that? So you try, and then some of you will reach that point in these 7 days. Some of you only 3 days, you reach it. You only 2 days, huh? Yesterday.
I did it before. I was need to go through different levels of dealing with my pain and to find a way to experiment the breathe, to sit like this, to sit like that.
Yeah.
And the answer
You have
is like
to find your own ways.
You need to open, and after you open the right door.
You have to find your own ways. You see that? Okay, that's the 5 techniques. I will review again. 1, following the breath. 2. Guarding the breath at a certain point. 3. Giving rise to an image from your imaginary. And 4. Manipulating. That means you play with that. And 5. Selected one and concentrated on that one image that you selected. You see, until your breathing calm down and peaceful. That's the end. This technique. And then you will what? You will have only one point of your mind. Your minds come to only one point. One pointed mind. We call one pointed mind. Like you use what? Concave. You know concave? Concave lens. Huh? You know concave lens? You don't know concave lens? Concave.
Contact lens.
Yeah. No, not gonna contact. Contact is for your eyes. Concave and convex. You know. Explain to her. Concave lens. You what? Get this from the sunlight, and then the concave lens will what? Will put the sunlight together in one point. You see that? When you have one point, what happens? You can burn the paper. You can do some other things. Like your mind, that's more powerful. We have one pointed mind. Because the mind will not go away like this. When you sit, go to America, go to Germany, go to Japan, you know. There's only one point, stay here. So that's your life. You have to be here and now, in front of you. You will see the present. That's the most for life. So in fact, real life just only a moment. You know? Your life just only a moment. Not 100 years or 80 years. You realize that's only one moment. Can you see that? Just happen and go. That you die already. Just happen again and go. But continuously, you cannot say. So you realize just only a moment. You see that?
We have 5 techniques to concentrate. So we just pick one of the techniques, or we follow 5.
Follow. Yeah, step by step. After following, and then you have to watch only a certain point. That means that I compare about the cradle of the baby. Okay? And then from that you have to give rise the imaginary of the image. And then you what? Huh? Selected. Play with the image. And then the last one is selected. You see that?
And then you don't play anymore?
Yeah, you want to play, but why not? I think your mind don't want to play anymore. If you want to play, you can go back to play.
The conditions that you get after that, you don't know.
That means you will not go further. You just play like you what? You want to go to Rome, but when you reach Milano, and then you see a very beautiful garden, you just stay at Milano. You cannot reach Rome. You understand that?
What after that?
Pardon?
What after this?
After this? After this, that means you have the certain, that's one-pointed mind. And that means you reach jhana. You know, jhana or jhan in Pali. That means your mind is really peaceful. You know that? That's, you have what? The perfect meditation. The perfect one. And then from jhana, it has so many steps again. See that? Jhana 1, jhana 2, jhana 3, jhana 4. That's peaceful more and more. That means your mind really, you rest, you know. When your mind rests, that means your mind have more power. Have more power. You can see things clearly. You can see things deeply. You can see things that the other people cannot see.
Can you recommend any resource where we can read more about this?
Resource? You practice first. Don't hungry to read. You read where? You read from your practice. Because that you read the book, that you what you get. You get the knowledge. But here you read yourself and then you get the wisdom. Okay? This my guideline, only guideline. In the book, only guideline. Okay? After this, and then you can find any book that you want to read. So many books. Okay? And now come back to the mind that I would like to explain to you today. Mind. M-I-N-D. Mind, not M-Y. M-I-N-D. Mind. What is mind? Mind is abstract. No one can see mind by your flesh eyes. But you can see from your wisdom eye. You can see mind from your wisdom eye. How to see the mind? How to see your mind? You have to know the function of the mind. Like you cannot see electricity. Can you see electricity? Who can see electricity? Do you know Michael Faraday? Michael Faraday. Who is he? Michael Faraday. He is the one who invents how to make electricity. That's Michael Faraday. But he never sees electricity, but he knows how to make it. He knows how to use it. He knows how to protect the danger from electricity. That's Michael Faraday. And here, the same thing. You never see the mind from your flesh eye, but you can see your mind from your wisdom eye by you know the function. You see the function of mind. You know function or duty of mind. The mind will do its duties. Okay. From your experience, can you tell me what is the function of mind? Or what are they? That there are many functions.
Remember, plan.
Remember and plan for future. Okay. What else? Notice things. Okay. That's the mind. Analyze. Understand. Make decision. Oh, so many things.
Direct attention. To direct attention.
Direct attention. That's the mind. Mark. Yes. What is function of the mind? Maybe you can say in many ways, but they say that the function of mind, it has only 4 functions. 4 functions. 1. Feelings. You know feelings? That's the function of mind. But feelings, it has 2 kinds of feelings. The other feelings, that's from nervous system. That's feeling also. That's not the mind. So you have to make it clear about this feeling. Feeling from nervous system. Like your tongue, you have to feeling with the taste. Your body, you have feeling with what? With your touch. You touch the heat, you have to feel it. You see that? The feeling from nervous system, but not the mind. So, feeling from your tongue. Maybe you feel what? Sour, sweet. You see, that's the feeling. Right? That's from nervous system. That's not the mind. But the mind, feeling, it has three kind of feelings from the mind. Number one, we call like. You like it. Liking. Two, dislike. And three, between. You cannot say like or dislike because you waiting to make decision to like or dislike. So this at the middle we call, you still have what? Delusion. Delusion, you don't know, you don't have enough information. You cannot make decision. You will like or you will not like. So that's three kind of feelings from the mind. And that's all feelings disturb your mind. Your mind not free. That's free from your mind not free. That three kind of feelings make your mind hard, work hard on that. You are not free. See that? That's the feeling of the mind. And normally in the world, mastering by the feeling. You know that? If you like it, how much money you will pay? Because you like it. You don't believe me? When you like it, even you like, you sacrifice for that. You see, that's the feeling that's really powerful. You know, has someone sacrificed their life because they really like it. So, the feeling from the mind is really very strong influence to the world now. So, if you can free from that, and then the world back to peace, and the world fighting because of the feeling. You observe that. Okay, number one. That's the feeling. So, all of you have feeling. Nervous system and mind feeling. And that we compare the feeling like hell and heaven and nirvana. The three places that your mind will be there. If your mind free from positive and negative, you at nirvana, that means you are free. But when your mind, what? Have that feeling in positive way, you go to the heaven. When your mind have bad feeling, you go to the hell. Like I showed the story of samurai, remember? That's the feeling in you. So, when you are here, no one cannot help you. If you feel bad, that means you go to hell immediately. If you feel very, very good, that means you go to the heaven. But if you are free, that means you really like. So you are here, the time will not control you at all. But when you have feeling, the time control you. You know, the time will control you. If you don't like, the time will force you to go away from this. You know that? And if you dislike this atmosphere here, you dislike food, you dislike people here, and then will force you to go away very fast. If you cannot go, what happens? You don't want to leave, but you have to leave because you cannot go. What happens?
Suffering.
Suffering, very suffering. That means you are in the hell, but you cannot get away from the hell. You see that? Some of you have been that experience before. Some work that you don't like to work, but you have to work. But you need money. You see that? You don't need work, but you need money. You know that? So that's to work with It's bad feeling, and then you work in the hell, not work in the heaven. Have you seen that experience before? Huh, Daniel? That you used to work at Chonburi for 5 years. I don't know that you work in the hell or you work in the heaven. Both. Right? Sometimes go to the heaven, sometimes go to the hell. See that? Why you have to go to the hell? Why you have to go to the hell? If you stay at Nirvana, that's true, that's wonderful, that's the highest things of life. That means you are free. That's real freedom. See that? So that's feeling. Can you learn from the feeling? You have to learn, and you have to master your feeling. You know?
Is feeling the same as passing judgment? Rating something?
Feeling. That's disturb your mind. You feel bad, or you feel good, and then when you feel bad, your decision in the other way. When you feel good, decision in the other way. You see, maybe your decision come from your feeling also. When you make decision. You see, if you like it, you will make to do it. If you don't like it, you will make not to do it. That's the decision. So when you make decision, don't depend on your feeling. You have to make decision depend on the information. The difference, you see that? So the managers or the administrator who make decision from the feeling, very dangerous. They have to make decision from the information.
Is it possible to stop the feelings?
No. You stop where? That I said yesterday. When you have contacts, you stop there. Contacts with right wisdom, then you stop there. No need to go to the feeling. You will not create the feeling to disturb your mind. Just see, like, you get only what? Information. And then you make decision from information. Don't create the feeling to disturb your mind. Okay, you observe it. You don't believe me. You observe. This is the real from your life. You will see by yourself. Okay, that's the feeling. And now that you are listening to me, do you have feeling? Or you are free from feeling? If you are free from feeling, that you are at Nirvana. Right now here. And the time cannot force you anymore. The time will not disturb you. So the time will up at 9:30. When you say, the time is over, you just normal. You don't feel anything. But if you stay in the hill, when you say, now it's 9:30, just, wow! That means you can free from the hill at that time. Huh? Like, like student in university. Student in university, when they wait for the teacher, and then the other teacher came to the class. Oh, your teacher got sick today. They are very happy. What's that mean? That's feeling on feeling. You see that? You have been through that experience before? You see that? Some teachers you don't like, but when he or she got sick, say, okay, you stay in bed longer, don't come. You don't want to see.
When I did in meditation, the end of the time.
You see? You just watch the time. When the time is over, just, that means you are in the here at the time. That's the feeling. But if you concentrate and then you can control your mind in one point, you feel very happy. The time cannot do anything with you. You observe. If you are waiting for the time over, that means you are in the hell. That's the feeling. You see, this from your real experience. You have seen that, all of you. No exception, even me, I have been through that experience before. When I study, what you call, mental work. You know mental work? Mental work. You have to file, you know file? To file the iron, like this. You have to file from early morning at 8 o'clock until 5 in the afternoon. Only praying like this from the morning. And I don't want to do that, you know, but you have to do it. That's the what? That's the lesson. You have to work on that. To build your characteristic of passion to work. You see that? You have to work like this. So, my eyes look at the watch. When 5 will come, just going like this. Oh, just, it's terrible. It's very bad. So, I think that's enough for my lesson. And no more. You understand that? So when you know the truth of your mind, then you will not create that kind of feeling anymore. When you have to work, you have to put on your heart to work. And you concentrate on your work, and you will be happy. But if you have to work, and you don't want to work, but you have to work, and then you are in the hell. You know that. So why I ask the people who work, don't work for the money. Work for what? Work for life. Work for the work. Because life is work. And you work for life, don't work for the money. When you start to work, that means you enjoy life. But if you work for the money, what happens? You don't want to work, but you want to get the money. So you just in the hell all the time. You just counting the day. You're waiting for the end of the month because you will get paid at the end of the month. You see that? You will be very happy when you get paid. Only 1 minute that they pay you. And you are in the hell for a long time. Yes?
I think that's easy to understand if the feeling is bad, if you don't like it at all or something like that. It makes total sense. But what if you really like what you do?
Pardon?
What if you really like what you do?
This real life that I'm talking to you. Yes, I share my experience. It's my real life.
Yeah, but it's also a feeling if you like what you do, right? It's also a good
so as I told you yesterday, the best way just you stop at the contact. Stop at the contact. How to stop? When you have contact, you have contact with mindfulness. Why? I try you to train your mindfulness in every activity. When you walk, you have to know that you are walking. When you eat, that you know that you are eating. You know all the time. The people knows when you get angry, that means you burn yourself, right? You burn yourself, but you still get angry. Why? Because you lack of mindfulness. If you know yourself, you will not burn yourself. Who want to hurt you? Do you want to cut your finger? No. But why you still cut your finger? You see that? This is my question. You don't want to cut your finger. And why you cut your finger? Even you don't want to cut your finger. Is clear my example? You see that? So, the mindfulness, that's the most important. Why you are here? Mindfulness. So meditation not for meditation. Meditation for mindfulness. That means you know yourself all the time. When you think, you know what you are thinking now. When you feel, you know what you are feeling now. You see that? And then you will stop. Oh, I don't want to hurt myself anymore. I want to bite. I don't want to bite myself. You see, that's in practice. So, not hard or not so easy. But you have to do it. Like the baby. Learn how to walk. At the beginning, the baby have to fall down. But the baby fall down and the baby try again. The baby try again and again. So the baby, after that the baby can walk. After walking, and baby can run. You see that? The same thing. Nothing, you just born and you just running. No. Just going step by step. When you practice, you train yourself. The same thing. Yes? Contact. Now, I contact you. You see? My eyes contact your image, your body. When I look at you, stop there. I will not I will not create any feeling to my mind. I just see you. So, the enlightened one will say, you see as you see. You hear as you hear. You just stop there. No more creation. Stop there. You know information. I see Daniel. Okay, Daniel this morning, he went along with me. That's all. No feeling. No feeling bad. No feeling good. But I love him. Love him as my friend. How we can work together. How we can deal with together. How we can help one another. Do our duty to each other only. You see that?
What about that feeling of compassion?
Compassion? Compassion is not feeling. That's come from the wisdom. You see some people got sick, or you see some people have suffering, and then you want to help them. That's from your wisdom. Because you have been through that experience before. No one can escape from suffering. After you get over suffering and then you see the others still suffering, so you want to help them. That's the compassion come. If you still suffering and you cannot have the compassion to the others, because you still have problems. When we say about loving kindness, that's only word. If the people on the whole world have loving kindness, what happens? The world will back to peace immediately, you know that? But why? And when you have loving kindness, you have 11 benefits from that. Then why do people don't do that? Because they still have suffering. When you have suffering, you cannot express loving kindness to the others. Because you will not have loving kindness to yourself. You still bite yourself. You still hurt yourself. You see that? Okay, who stopped biting yourself? Show your hand. You see that? You still biting yourself. And how come that you can help the other? How come that you have the compassion to the others? Compassion, that's not the feeling. Yes?
How about love or happiness? Should you not have that too? You say we should not have.
I will say to you that if you still see happiness is happiness, that means you don't know the happiness. Can you understand? If you still see happiness is happiness, that means you don't know the happiness. And when you find the final answer, you will see there's no happiness in the world. Only free from all. You are free from all feelings. Because that kind of happiness, when you say, that means the happiness from where? Michael? From the feeling. That means feeling still disturb your mind. You see that? Can you get me, Bruno? Okay, the time is over now, so I cannot go very far. About mind, function, 4 functions. Today we are talking about the feelings. That you have to master it, you have to know, you have to learn about the feeling. And then you can stop. That you will not buy yourself from your own feeling. The other people cannot buy you. You see? I don't mind. How do you feel to me? I don't have any responsibility to that. But if you feel bad, you will have bad feeling in you. If you feel good, the good feeling in you. If you are free from all feeling, you are at nirvana. You are free from all. Your mind, very peaceful mind. Okay? Thank you for listening. I try very hard to explain to you. You can learn from my lecture. I have been through knowledge and experience a lot. So many centers I have been trained. I have been trained so many techniques about meditation. And I know that meditation, that's not the goal, but only the means to bring us to get free from all. Believe me. And to get free, you have to work out on meditation to develop your mindfulness. Mindfulness, that's the most important. If you have mindfulness, you stay anywhere in the world, you are unsafe. Unsafe. You are very dangerous when you lack of mindfulness. Why you cut your finger? Because of your lack of mindfulness. You say that you don't want to cut, but you cut it. Thank you. See you in the afternoon. At 10, a friend of mine, a monk, will come and cooperate in walking with you. And then at 10:15, he will sitting here with you until you have lunch. So this is the bet. This is the best bet that I can do. Because for me, for myself, I cannot be with you all the time. I am very weak. Before this, when I was in university, when I trained my students, I will be with them 24 hours. I'm very strong. But now, I'm very weak, just going down. And you still have a chance to meet me. That's my chance, that I have a chance to meet you also. So thank you for you and for me, that we have a chance to meet each other. Please love and think in the good way. My good friends, okay, you are walking meditation. Anjali, Vandana, Hapiwa, Anjali, Vandana, Hapiwa, Anjali, Vandana, Hapiwa, Anjali. Okay.